I was really trying to figure out my place in the community. I felt like I'd done the work. I was ready to step out the work from myself and start to give back to the community more. And I wanted to figure out what that looked like.
Welcome to The Movement, a podcast designed to resource, empower, and develop leaders in the movement to fight trafficking. Today we have a very special guest, Missie Hills. Missie, thanks for being here today.
Yeah, thanks, Tina. I'm happy to be here.
So I haven't seen you in forever.
I know.
Happy New Year.
I know. Yeah, Happy New Year in February.
I know.
You know, it's funny. I was thinking about that coming in because with redM, we're both pretty involved. Yeah. We've been volunteers for a while, and you get to the point where it feels like family.
Absolutely.
We share something that it's hard to describe to other people once you get really deep into this movement. But we also, because we're the people that do this kind of work, are the people that do a lot of things.
Right.
We do a lot of things.
Yeah.
We're busy.
Hands in all the pots.
Yeah. And because of that, we go months without seeing each other sometimes.
I know, but it never feels like we skip
I know,
a beat. Like,
I know. And then like getting to see you today, to see your beautiful face and hear what's been up, and it just kind of it energizes me.
I feel the same way.
So yeah.
So I want to know like how you did get involved in the movement. Like I literally don't know. I've known you for several years now, and I've heard bits and pieces of it, and like you tell other people, but I want to know like what brought you to this movement. We talk about it all the time, the movement. Like what brought you here?
Yeah, I love this story because I feel like I share a similar story with a lot of people that have joined redM. There was a time a few years back where I was really trying to figure out my place in the community. I felt like I'd done the work. I was ready to step out the work from myself and start to give back to the community more. And I wanted to figure out what that looked like. And I was volunteering for a lot of different things, a lot of different orgs, joined the board for some really great organizations that were in the fight. And through that process, I got a message on LinkedIn from this stranger who just happened to be this big executive for an oil and gas company in the industry that I work for. And that stranger was David Reed. And I'm like, who is this David Reed person? And why is he messaging me? Does he want to give me a job? Like what's going on here? Yeah. And so it caught my attention that he reached out personally to me, and he said, hey, I see that you like to volunteer for things. You should volunteer for this. And I'm like, what is this? And
who are you, and why are you telling me what I need to be doing?
And why are you a chief technology officer, asking me, like, what's special about me that you think I would be great for this? So it caught my attention. And I looked into it, and it's like, what are these cups? There's all these cups. I think it has something to do with anti-trafficking, but I'm not really sure. Is this a scam? I was interested enough that I came to an info session. The first info session was in a house in the Heights.
Creepy.
And I was like, I pulled up to this house, and I'm like, okay.
Was it a second cup?
No, it was the Cold War house.
Oh, okay.
It was a really nice duplex house,
yes.
But I'm like, am I walking into a trafficking situation? Did I just get scammed? Like, what is going on here? But it turns out that the message spoke to me. The people spoke to me at that info session. I wanted to do more. I came to more sessions. One of the very first events I came to was Conscious Leadership, and sitting through Conscious Leadership, hearing this different style of leadership that really spoke to me in the way that I like to lead. I felt like I found my people. I found my place. Yeah. And I won't lie, it took a while for me to figure out where I fit in, which I think it does for most people that come to redM because of the unique kind of 100% volunteer-led organization that we are.
Yeah, there's no specific slot.
There was nothing like, nobody was telling me, we need you to do this, A, B, C, D, here's your steps. Which fit really well for me because I kind of just operate that way. I kind of just step in and start doing stuff.
Yep.
So that's what I did. I did what I knew how to do, which at the time was I knew how to take pictures. So I came in and I took photos for a lot of events.
Okay.
And I knew how to think strategically and to help really smart people solve complex problems. And we had a lot of complex problems here.
Yeah.
And so I stopped in and I started doing some of that strategic thinking to help our leadership team think through some next steps and where we want to go. And, you know, the rest is history. I loved it, decided to stay, and became a part of this family. And you know, it's a part of who I am now.
Yeah.
So
it's amazing
Yeah.
that you found it. I'm curious, can you tell me like what an info session is? You said that you walked up to some house in the Heights and you were like, where am I? Am I about to be trafficked myself?
Yeah.
What kind of, did I just get punked?
Yeah, which shows you how much I really knew about trafficking.
Right.
I think that was
How
I had
you'd
a
be
lot to
lured
learn.
into it. Yeah,
I had a lot to
for
learn
sure.
about the real ways that people come into
Yeah.
to those situations. But the info sessions that we've had from the beginning of redM have been a big part of the movement, and it's
Okay.
that awareness piece. It's getting out into the community and finding ways to explain what the realities of trafficking are, and then also what are the signs for you to protect your own community.
Okay.
I'm a mom, so that spoke to me as like, what do I look for with my own kids?
Okay.
And then what can I do about it? How can I take those small actions to help this really large problem? And those info sessions happen, they still happen every month.
Yep.
It's not in a house anymore, but it may be in the future. We try to find different spaces, and they're a really great place just to kind of find out how do you want to be a part of this? Where's your space?
Yeah. Did you find
What do you
out
want to learn?
about the cups there? Did you find
Yes.
out what that was about?
I got my first cup.
Oh, you
at
did?
that first info
Okay,
set. I left
awesome.
with a cup.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's amazing. And now you have like the world's biggest.
I know.
redM
My
cup.
first cup was little, and it just kind of got bigger and bigger.
You've graduated. Awesome. What is the cup initiative thing about? What is that?
I think it's really cool because it captures people's attention. People ask me. They see me on my LinkedIn. They see me walking around. Like, what is that red cup that you're always posting about on Mondays? And
Yeah.
it's cool. Like, I'm interested. And that's what it's designed to do. It wasn't by accident. It was by design that by carrying around a red cup, by posting it on Mondays, people are going to ask, and then you get an opportunity to talk.
It opens up the conversation.
It opens up the conversation onto something that people don't typically want to talk about.
Yeah.
You know, you don't just walk up to even friends, say, hey, let me tell you about this really scary thing that I've been learning about, you know.
Hard pass.
Yeah. But if seeing a cup, seeing that people, your peers, your coworkers, they care, they're posting about it, they're enjoying the community of making a difference. I want to be a part of that too. Let me learn more.
Right.
So the cups make a big difference. They are a really unique marketing technique that redM does very, very well.
Yeah, I think you're right. That hashtag Red Monday post, I see them everywhere, and I'm not even looking for them. And maybe it's because I do look at them, and so my algorithm is clicking on all of them. But it really is a great way to spread awareness. And I've had the same exact experience with people asking me, like, "Hey, tell me more about that. Why do you have that cup? Why are you posting?" So it is a really great thing. So you told me too, you said that you like kind of got into leadership and you were helping with doing some strategic planning and things like that. What kind of things are you into right now? What is your role at redM? Do you have a specific role?
Well, I'm a board member.
Okay.
My title that I don't like to use because I don't think it matters very much, but I'm our chief operating officer. So I try to help our leaders throughout our global enterprise that we have. We have chapters all over the world now.
Right.
So I'm helping them with the day-to-day things that they need help with, and doing that in a volunteer capacity. So it's unique because it's not the way that I would lead a team in my day job. You're leading people that are doing volunteer roles that are doing this on the side of all the other amazing things that they're doing.
Right.
And so you have to lead in a different way. You have to take some different approaches to kind of push things forward. But that's my role. So it's a little bit of everything. It's a little bit of making sure people have the right online tools. It's working on specific campaigns that we have, working on the bigger picture on where we're going. It's been a very unique journey.
Yeah.
It's taught me a lot about leadership.
For sure.
One thing that we're working on right now is we're getting ready for a major event that's coming to our nation, specifically to Houston, but also to other cities, and that's the World Cup. And so what people are really excited. If you're a big football, soccer fan, then you're super excited. By the way, I don't know much about soccer or football, so I don't always get the excitement, but it seems to be a really big deal.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, it's huge. And
it's bigger than American football. Like, it's bigger than the Super Bowl.
That's what they keep telling me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what people don't realize though is that when major events like that come to cities, whether it's a major sporting event or even like a major conference in my industry, the oil and gas industry, even then it comes with a major amount of trafficking. There's
Influx
a huge
of people.
There's a huge uptick for a variety of reasons. You know, you have people coming from other countries that have different cultures, that have different laws around trafficking. You have a different type of demand in the area. You have different accessibility. It really creates a lot of risk.
Right.
And so we're working on a campaign right now called Project Red Card, where we've brought together organizations throughout our city, anti-trafficking organizations, industry organizations, hospitality, the airlines, hotels, and we're having open conversations on what we can do. How can we mitigate this risk? What can we do to make, even if we don't solve it, how do we make a dent? How do we make a difference to help protect our city?
Something that I'm curious about, you know, it's like you were talking about that influx of people to our town. So it's an estimated 3 to 5 million people that are going to be coming to our already 8 million person town. So that's like unimaginable to me. Like, we're going to have a whole nother city within our city. And, you know, they're transforming all of East Downtown into the fanfare area, the FIFA fanfare zone. And there's just so many things that are going to be happening. And something that came to my attention this weekend that we talked about at the Freedom Collaborative was also an influx, not only in sex trafficking, but labor trafficking. So in order to prepare and set up the city and get everything ready, we can expect an influx in that. So just having our government officials and our city officials being mindful and being aware of, like, hey, maybe if that contract is too cheap, maybe there's a reason for it. Maybe we should really check out that bottom line. And there's some other initiatives. I think y'all have 3 initiatives going on, right?
Yeah.
So what are those?
As part of Project Red Card, we've developed 3 different Houston-focused initiatives for Houston City that we want to do to help mitigate this risk.
Okay.
And the first one is a collaboration with the Houston Airport Systems.
Great.
And with one of our very great sponsors, HPE, where we have developed a hologram type avatar, which it's hard to explain until you see it, but it looks like a real person inside like this phone booth that will talk about whatever you kind of feed and train the model.
Is it like interactive?
It's interactive. And so
cool.
This particular one is a famous photographer named, her name is Lisa Christine. And she, it's in her likeness, and she has traveled the world taking photographs of, and telling a story around labor trafficking and the realities of labor trafficking.
Okay.
And so this avatar is going to be at our events and placed throughout the city to interact with people, to raise awareness, and you get to kind of play with this really cool kind of state-of-the-art technology that HPE has built. And so this is an example of a way that a corporation can partner with us to help us with this movement.
That's amazing.
So the avatar is actually the first event that we're going to have it at is going to be coming up in April.
Okay, where's that going to be?
It's at the Wortham Center.
Okay.
Downtown. And it is an awareness event open to the public, open to all of industry, that's going to talk about trafficking around major events and have an open discussion about the risk that exists there.
Very cool.
So it's we have room for 500 people.
Okay.
So it's going to be a
First
major
come, first served type
event.
thing, or
Yeah, there's registration.
register?
There's
Okay.
registration online. If you go to the joinredm.com website, you could get registered. But it's a great place to learn about what we're doing, what the city's doing to help combat this risk.
Okay.
So, and the avatar will be there. So it's going to be a really cool
Very
experience
cool. I cannot
just
wait
to
to
play
see
with
that
that.
avatar.
Yeah. Along with some art from Lisa Christine, some of our art exhibits that we've had other organizations donate.
Awesome.
It's going to be a really cool event.
Very cool. That's exciting. And we'll have our museum there as well, right?
The museum that was
redM
created for redM, donated by another one of our great sponsors, NOV. So they've built this really large awareness art exhibit museum to talk about trafficking in many different spaces. And if you've seen it before, they're adding on to it. So there'll be new exhibit pieces that are focused on how trafficking is portrayed around major events.
It's a very impactful exhibit. I hope that our listeners can come and see it.
Yeah.
Tell me what else you guys have planned. So that's your first of 3.
So that's the first initiative.
Okay.
We have 2 others. The other one is called Ruby Drop.
Okay.
The focus of Ruby Drop is to work with hotels, restaurants, bars in the area to talk about what to look for
Okay.
as the major
trafficking
events
looks
and
like.
world cups in our area,
Okay.
and we have this influx of visitors, and what to look for, and then also to have safe ways for specifically women in restrooms that if they feel uncomfortable, they could order a Ruby Drop drink at the bar, and that kind of triggers the bartender that, hey, they're feeling uncomfortable. They may need an escort out, or perhaps they need some additional help. And so there's some training that goes with that, and then the different types of signage to give our community members a way to access help.
Okay. So it would be like on the back of a restroom.
Right.
And so you assume someone's going to use the restroom, maybe read that and say, hey, maybe I can get help here. Maybe this is
Yeah,
my way
maybe
out.
something's making, maybe they're in a situation, but maybe they're maybe they feel uncomfortable in the bar. Maybe maybe someone keeps
need to
bothering
report
them
something.
and
Yeah.
they don't feel comfortable walking to their car that
Okay.
night.
Okay.
Or maybe they feel like they need to call the police, but they're scared to call them themselves.
Okay.
And so it triggers, it's a kind of a safe word that they can give the bartender by
Okay.
saying, hey, I'd like to order the Ruby Drop. It gives that bartender a heads up that this person's in distress and they need help.
That's amazing. That's a really great initiative. I think that's so needed everywhere. What else are you guys working on?
The third initiative is where Project Red Card actually gets its name.
Okay.
And it's this idea that, again, this is new to me because football is new to me.
Yeah.
When you are watching football, the referees have the cards that indicate different fouls.
Yes.
And they might put up the red card. And so the idea is that we are going to create physical red cards that look just like the referee red cards that we will give out to fans throughout the city during the fan zone, during different areas, and they get this like really cool souvenir that they can take to the games with them and kind of interact during the games.
Yes.
But they also
They can call their own fouls.
Yeah, exactly. But they also have a way to it triggers a way for them to access information and to learn about what we mean when we say stop. You're putting the red card up against trafficking.
Very cool.
And so there'll be a website that the red card
QR
directs them
something on
to
there.
that
Okay.
gives them a lot of different information so that they can learn more.
That's amazing. Okay, so your 3 initiatives, you have the
Avatar.
Avatar.
The Avatar with the airport awareness event.
Okay, and that's the Houston Airport Systems Awareness event at Wortham on
April 14th.
And then the next one is Ruby Drop.
Right, Ruby Drop in the restaurants and in the bars.
And then the final one is the actual red card.
The actual red cards, yep, that we'll hand out to fans.
That's so exciting. That's amazing that you guys are working on fighting trafficking through FIFA.
Yeah. You know what I think is really cool is that it was a collaboration of city leaders. We had almost 100 people come to an event last summer and said, hey, this event's coming to our city. What can we do? And so it was a grassroots initiative that led to people just collaborating and thinking together that moved to sponsorship, volunteers, and now it's just a group of everyday professionals, everyday people that are carrying this forward and saying, we want to do something about this.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing. Tell me again where I can go and register for the redM Center event on the 14th.
Go to our website, joinredm.com, and click on the events link. If you go there, you'll find it on our calendar, and it will direct you to where to go to register. It's a free event.
Okay.
So we encourage everyone to come out and learn a little more.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much, Missy, and thank you for joining us on the movement. Please go to our website, joinredm.com, to join us. Thank you.